Units of measurement. In Europe, everything is simple. The metric system is logical and based on multiples of 10. 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. In the United States, it looks more like a puzzle. 1 mile is about 1.6 kilometers. 1 gallon is about 3.78 liters. 1 pound is about 0.45 kilograms. Why is that? America simply kept the old British system. Switching to the metric system would cost billions, so it is easier to keep things the way they are. Temperature. In Europe, 0 degrees Celsius is freezing, 20 degrees is comfortable, 30 degrees is hot. In the United States, 32 degrees Fahrenheit is freezing, 68 degrees is comfortable, 86 degrees is hot. Why is that? Fahrenheit was invented earlier and was designed around human perception. It allows temperatures to be expressed more precisely without using decimals. In 1975, the United States attempted to switch to Celsius, but the change was rejected, and people chose to keep the familiar system. Time. In Europe, people use 1800. In the United States, people say 6 p.m. Why is that? The reason is simple. The United States uses the 12-hour format because it is a historical habit that was never replaced. This system dates back to ancient Egypt, where the day was divided into 12 parts and the night into 12 parts. That is how we got 24 hours in total. The system later spread to Europe and then to America through the British Empire. Trucks. In Europe, trucks have a flat front, and the cab sits directly above the engine. In the United States, trucks have long hoods and look much larger. Why is that? In Europe, there are strict limits on the total length of the truck, so every meter matters. In the United States, the limit is usually placed on the trailer, not the entire vehicle. Europe also has narrow streets and tight turns, which require more maneuverability. In contrast, the United States has wide highways and long straight roads, so maneuverability is less important. Another reason is maintenance. In American trucks, the engine is easier to access because you can simply open the hood. Taxes. In the United States, you might see a price tag of $10 in a store. At checkout, you end up paying $11 or even $11.50. This happens because the tax is added only at the register. In Europe, the price on the tag is the final price. It already includes all taxes. Why is that? The United States does not have a single value-added tax like Europe. Instead, there are multiple taxes, including state, city, and county taxes. Each state has its own tax policy. Power outlets. In Europe, plugs have round pins. In the United States, plugs have flat pins. Why is that? The main difference is voltage. In the United States, it is around 110 to 120 volts. In Europe, it is around 220 to 240 volts. Europe uses higher voltage for efficiency and lower energy loss. The United States chose lower voltage for safety. Food and portions. In the United States, portions are generally large. In Europe, portions are smaller. This is because food is cheaper in the United States, and there is a culture of giving more. In Europe, there is a stronger focus on tradition and balance. Dates. Dates are written differently in the United States and Europe. In Europe, the format is day, month, year. In the United States, the format is month, day, year. This can cause confusion. For example, the date 04/05 can mean the 4th of May in Europe, but the 5th of April in the United States.